What's up, gardeners? We got 20 days left till spring, and we're super busy right now. We're trying to write as many podcasts as we can, get ahead, and I'm trying to get Backyard Kitchen together to go out to some networks to be streamed. But I wanted to take a minute and give you 2 pieces of friendly advice from one gardener to another. And hopefully these will help you. What is it? Say hi. Say bye. Hopefully these will help you in the year with your garden. So one is, as we get close to spring and you're looking around and you're probably getting super anxious to get in the ground and you're starting to plan and think about flowers and vegetables and all that stuff, you're going to start looking around. And you're going to start looking on social media and YouTube and the internet and all these places and see these awe-inspiring photos of gardens. And I want to just say one thing. Make a plan for your garden. And don't just make a 1-year plan. Make a 5-year plan. Make a plan of how you want your garden to look in 5 years and start to break it up into smaller pieces, because it's going to be more manageable to you. But we don't really recognize it right up front is when you see these gardens, like if you look at a magazine, some of these gardens have been established for 20 years. And a lot of us are just starting to build these gardens now and fill them out. So make a plan, find a reference image, and then start to work towards that slowly but surely. You know, the less you have to water, the less you have to weed each year will help you to establish that bed, so then you can move on to another section. So it's just like me. I've been living in this garden now. This is my 5th year in this garden. Hopefully this will be my last garden, but you never know. And I'm breaking it up into pieces. Each year we do another piece. And some years we have to stay in one section and just build that one piece out again because something failed, like my wild garden. So when you think about that, remember, when you're planting your garden, that's your art. You're painting your landscape the way you want it, and you are designing it. It's your garden. So don't just base it off of some other garden. Make sure that it's your creation. Because like it or not, or believe it or not actually, this is an art form. We are creating art with living plants. So it's a long process. The second is when you watch your videos and you're getting tips and tricks and all that stuff and advice, remember where the people are at that are giving the advice and where you're at. So if you're in Minnesota and you're watching me, I'm in zone 8A. So therefore, my timing is going to be, in the spring, it's going to be ahead of you, and in the fall, it's going to be behind of you. And so there's some things that you would do in one of these higher zones that you wouldn't necessarily do here. And that's really important to remember. I'm going to wait for the wind. All right, now that the sun's gone. So for instance, right now is spring. It's coming into spring. If I'm looking to solve a particular problem or an issue, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch people that are further south from me because they are ahead of me in what I'm doing. You know, if it's like a recent video or something like that. And in the fall, it's the opposite. I watch the people farther north because they are ahead of me in the fall. And so some of the people in the most northern climates, their tactics for winter just don't work for me. I don't need to do some of the things that they do because it doesn't get cold enough here. Now it seems like it does, and it seems like a good idea, but when I look at the whole broad picture, some things just don't really work well in my garden. And same for people farther south. Sometimes they don't have to do anything. And because I feel like my winter can be very mild or it can be a little bit harsh, it's never very harsh, then I have to be careful in thinking in my head, there needs to be no protection. Sometimes I need protection, sometimes I don't. But I don't need as much as I thought I did. What I'm trying to say is it's important to be realistic about what you're doing in your garden and where you're getting your information from. Not that people are giving wrong information, it just may not be applicable to you. So some of the things I do may not be applicable to you, or they may be applicable to you later in the year. So just keep that in mind. Be aware of it. And just remember, your garden is your art. You are creating it. Make it yours. Take your time. Don't rush. Save some time, effort, and money. And most of all, enjoy your garden. That is the most important thing you can do, is enjoy the process and enjoy what you've created. And don't work yourself to death this year, and don't stress out over it. Make a plan and stick to it. Thank you guys so much. Check out the Backyard Gardens podcast. We're doing episodes 2 days a week. Thank you so much. We will see you next time. Be safe, be strong, and go plant something in your garden, please. See ya.